Saturday. Welcome to Cup of Cuoco. My top knot doesn't even fit in this video. I have to move back. Check out the mug. You guys, my mom sent me this mug. Me, Norman, Shirley, beautiful head of hair. And it says, "Forever in my heart." Is that the cutest? I collect mugs, socks, and nightshirts. So if you ever want to give me a gift, that's what I like. Mom, I love the mug. It's Saturday. It's gorgeous out. It's freezing out, but it's gorgeous. I was thinking of coming home last night because we have a 3-day weekend. Then I worked a little later than I thought, but I worked last Saturday, so it's good to have this weekend off. But I was debating going home, but I decided to stay. All right, that's the end of this episode. I have nothing else to say. There's so many things on my mind, but I think I want to say I've been so in awe of this production, and not just specifically a flight attendant, obviously that because I'm on it, but everything that goes into making this thing work is crazy. Like, for you non-actors out there, you know, going from a sitcom to this, it is really night and day. I mean, it's completely different schedule, different type of jobs, different workload, you know, and obviously a sitcom takes it's their own ordeal, and the people that put that on have their own gifts and everything. And this, though, you know, dealing with, I think because I'm wearing so many hats in this, so I'm seeing so many more things, and but like down to the crew, I'm talking like the camera department, the sound design, that's, you know, post-production, the everyone on set that's like working their asses off. I mean, these are long hours for these crew. It's a little different, again, from sitcom land, where that's what people always say, get on a sitcom if you want to have a life. That's what they say. Because this takes up so much time, and these people work around the clock. But I'm just like unbelievably impressed with how much everyone does. You know, I was thinking the focus puller. So the person that's pulling focus for the cameras, if that guy's having a bad day, we have no footage. Think about that. If the sound guy forgot to turn something on, we have no sound. Think about that. Wardrobe, hair, makeup, but these, you know, working on a show like this, they really work around the clock. And we were doing a scene the other night. It was pitch dark. Me and one of my co-stars, Griffin, and we are working with the Steadicam. If you guys don't know what that means, Steadicam is, you know, a regular camera just sits there and you can maneuver it, but a Steadicam is actually a huge piece of equipment that goes on someone's body. Like, they're actually, they specialize in this sort of a camera. It goes on their body, it weighs more than me, and you can move around it. So those are the kind of shots you see that are really cool. They're a little, you know, a little messier. Maybe they're following someone walk or run or whatever. We were doing a scene with a Steadicam, and the two of us were walking really fast and in a very kind of heightened scene. And the guy, his name is Sandy, actually was on the Steadicam having to follow behind. So he has someone like a spotter. It's like he's a gymnast. He has a spotter behind him because Sandy can't look where he's going. He can't be like, hey, anything in my way while I'm running backwards with the 120-pound camera, it might even be more than that, on my body. So to watch him, like, he's not exactly running with us, but he is walking fast. And then he has his guy with him who's, you know, got his hands on him, and he's showing him where to go. I was just like so impressed. I mean, I've seen Steadicam. I've worked with it in the past, but I'm just so impressed. And then I asked him, have you ever fallen? Can you believe I asked him that? He probably hadn't, and now he probably is like, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Kaley. I was fascinated. Those sort of jobs are, you know, I mean, set design, props, it really is, everyone is so integral. I wish I knew how to edit. I don't think I do. Integral. I mean, the producers, our director, obviously, all the ADs. I'm sure I'm missing other departments because there are so many. The grips. Oh my God, the lighting. Oh my gosh. you know, when you watch something, you're like, God, that girl looks so beautiful. It's the lighting. Like they're lighting you for such a long time because they want you to look beautiful. We love, yeah, that. I mean, all the grips, all of that. So it's really, I'm just like constantly in awe of everyone and what they do. And the producers, I mean, they say that if a producer was paid by the hour, they'd probably be a billionaire. And it's really true because they really are producing everything. They have to have their hand in everything. And I don't know. Also post-production, that's a whole other conversation. Seeing what they do and the editors, oh my God, and sound mixing. Like editing is amazing. I'll watch them and be like, ooh, that doesn't look great. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, and the way they edit it and make it look, I mean, we should really be thanking all of these people after we wrap a show, because they are kind of what, you know, the actors, I feel like we get all the credit, and the director a lot of the time, but the actors get all the credit, and we're just saying words on a page, looking cute. Well, sometimes not looking cute, but it's really a team effort, and not that I didn't know before, but I definitely know it more now. That's what I've been thinking about the last few days, and how hard they work. I mean, they all have families. My driver, oh my God, my driver, he's picks me up the ass crack of dawn every morning, you know, takes me home when it's dark. He's got people have lives outside of me. I talked to him the other day. I'm like, oh my God, you have kids. Like, looked at his Instagram. It's like people have, this is what they do for a living, but it's a lot of hours and a lot of time. And I know I keep saying that, but to go from 12 years of a sitcom where I came in around 10 and we rehearsed him for a couple hours, and then we shot a live show on Tuesday night, which, by the way, nothing will ever compare to that feeling, because you get the audience and all of that. But this is just quite different. It's really, really interesting. I'm loving it though, and I'm really grateful to be doing it. It's a lot of work, but I feel like I was, maybe one of my gifts was being able to kind of take more on than I thought. Compartmentalize my life, because I've got the barn life and the horse life, my awesome, amazing husband, obviously, my family, my friends at home, my work, being here in New York, we're building our house, the rescue side too, and trying to get as many dogs saved on my 5-minute breaks. But it never feels, it's weird. It never feels like it's too much. I think I'm able to kind of compartmentalize, and I said the other day, I feel like I'm an advent calendar. At Christmas, the kids, they get them and they have the little openings, the little boxes, and there's a little chocolate inside. It's so stupid, but I was telling someone, because they're like, oh, how do you do it? Like, a lot of balls in the air. But I do feel like that little calendar, because I can open it and eat the chocolate and then close the box again and be like, I'll come back to you later and go to the next one. So I think that has made it easier for me. Also, oh yeah, and the production company, there's that. But I think it's important to trust the people around you that you hire. So I have so many good people in each of these places to help run my life, to help run those situations. And I trust them and I don't question them. I'm not micromanaging them, which helps me. I'm not trying to be involved in everything. I know who I made in charge of all of that is going to take care of everything for me. I trust them. And that's a really, really good feeling. I just miss my dogs like no other. I'm lucky. I'm glad that I work every day, basically almost all day, every day, which gives me less time to think about my dogs, even though they're so happy and taken care of right now. But I think if I was working half the week, I don't think I'd be able to do it. Which again brings me back to my extreme personality, which is black or white. There is no gray, which is something I've always had to work on. Ow. I almost spilled my coffee. That would have been a second coffee and a cup of Cuoco, but I didn't. Anyways, working on the gray area. Not everything has to be black and white. And I preach that. I tell my friends that, but it's hard to it is hard for me to live by that. It's just, and I think the older we get, the more we accept who we are. That's who I am. It's all or nothing. It's, I do it full out no matter what I'm doing, or I don't want to do it at all. There's no reason for me to do it at all. A friend the other day recommended a book to me. and it sounded great. And she goes, you got to read this book. You have some downtime at work. You'll read it. And I immediately looked up online if the options had been taken, like the rights, if you guys don't understand what I'm saying. And the rights had been taken. I didn't even want to read the book, which is so silly. Like, but for me, like if I'm going to read a book that I love, I'd love to explore the idea of optioning it and having the rights for myself. Maybe we can make it into a show or a movie down the line. But just knowing the options were gone, I was like, nah. She goes, well, who cares? You should still read it. I'm like, no, I don't have time. Nope, I need to read one that at least, even if I don't end up liking the book and don't want the options, I want to know that I can. No gray area. Anyways, it's a long vacation weekend. It's a holiday weekend. President's Day is coming up. Enjoy your 3 days. Hopefully you have it off. Most people do. Oh, and go to your local rescue and adopt. Or if you can't take on a dog, donate. I've been online so much lately, and it's actually, social media is so great for this reason. There are so many rescues and small nonprofits. I mean, you just type it in and 50 come up that even just need a donation, that need dog crates. We're in New York right now, they need blankets. You know, any warmer places, they need toys. Make a donation. It will really make you feel good, and it really goes a really long way. I really suggest that. Everyone's on Venmo these days. Venmo $10, you know, you won't believe what that will do for these amazing nonprofits who work while you're asleep. They're saving animals and doing what they can. I wish I could do more physically. Like, I wish I could be there for a lot of these things, but I have to give in the ways that I know that I can, and that's by donating, you know, to places that tug at my heartstrings and circulating them on my socials. That's my voice for them. But like I said, Venmo, send $10, send $20, send $5, and it'll really help. Happy 3-day weekend. Cheers.